Hello everyone, my name is Janet Forrest. I'm one of the adult coordinators at the Nantucket Athenaeum. Today I'm going to be discussing one of the learning e-resources that we have on our website or through our website. It is available to anyone with a library card and it's called Mango Languages. It's to help you learn a different language, whether you want to learn Spanish or French or German. There's a number of options to choose from. How you're going to get to Mango Languages is visiting our website, nantucketathenaeum.org, and you're going to scroll down to the section called Browse Our eLibrary. And from there, you're going to click on the icon that's for e-learning. When I click on that, a new page will come up, and you'll see it right here, Mango Languages. Once I click on that, you're going to see a place where a login page. Now, you can use it as a guest. If you'd like to track your learning, you're going to want to go ahead and set up an account. And what you'll do is go here and sign up. And you'll enter the email address you'd like to use, your library card number. And this is the long series of numbers that's on the back of your library card. You're going to enter that without spaces. And then you're going to create a password. And once you've done that, you're ready to go. Now, I've got already set up an account, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Now, because I've done it before, it's going to take me back to where I left off the last time. Where you will likely want to start the first time you log in is you're going to choose your language. Now keep in mind you can learn multiple languages, but you can only work on one at a time. And when you want to switch your language or choose a language, you're going to go to the top left-hand corner and you're going to click on this icon. It'll be different depending on what language you're learning. And you can scroll down and see all the different languages that are available. So I'm going to click down. You can see they just go on and on and on. So there's lots of options to choose from. I'm going to go ahead and go back to Spanish. And as you see, I've worked on French and I've worked on Spanish, and it always remembers where you left off. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Resume. If you've used learning apps, language learning apps before, Duolingo or Babbel, it's pretty similar. As you click on it, it's going to take you through a lesson, but there's a couple features I'm going to demonstrate that you may not have seen before. Okay, we're going to start. It's going to tell you what your conversational goals are and what your grammar goals are.
When you say,
Me llamo Tom,
you are saying, my name is Tom. But it's literally translated as, I call myself Tom.
What's interesting about this is I can say that, me llamo Tom, I can repeat it, and it has it listed phonetically.
me llamo Tom.
Me llamo Tom. And here's what something you maybe haven't seen is you can do a voice comparison. Me llamo Tom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide this back and we'll listen. You can click on this button to hear them both.
Me llamo Tom.
Let's try it one more time. Me llamo Tom.
Me llamo Tom.
So that's a feature that would help you with pronunciation and accent so you're speaking correctly. Now I'm going to exit this exercise. Up here you can see this is Unit 1, Chapter 3, Lesson 2. It's 2 of 23 lessons, so it's really, really quite complete. The other piece of the course that it has is both listening and reading. So when I click on listening, this is going to help me with my listening skills. What you'll do is you'll play each of these, they're sentences one after the other, and then there's a list of questions to answer. So it's working on your comprehension by listening. The other way to do this is to work on your reading comprehension. So when you go in here, you're going to read dialogue, and then it has a list of questions for you to answer based on what you read on the left-hand side. So it's the little tiny short exercises, and also these different forms of learning, learning by listening and learning by reading. Now over to the left, there's the basics: connections, community, lifestyle. And down here, they have more specialties. So if you are someone learning a second language so that you can start a business using that language, this might be really helpful for you. I work at a library, so they have Spanish for librarians. They have medical terms and grammar. So it really covers a lot. The other tool that you might find helpful at any point is the translation tool. I'm going to go ahead and write, oops, libraries. Okay. And then I can switch it to any language. So let's see how it is in Afrikaans. Ik is mal or biblioteca. Okay, so that's just one simple tool. It can be handy. And the final tool I want to show you is really wonderful. You're going to click up here on Explore. You're going to click on Mango Premiere. And what you're going to see in here is a whole bunch of movies available that were specially chosen for people learning a language. Once you click into the film, I'm going to choose this one, you're given two options. So if you just want to watch the film, you can do that. But there's also the engaged mode, which gives you a lot more options. So I clicked engage mode, and now I get to choose what kind of subtitles do I want. Do I want English? Do I want Spanish? Do I want both, or do I not want any? So I'm going to go ahead with both, and we're going to get started. Since I'm taking you on a little tour of this, I'm going to skip this tour. And what you'll see here is the film is broken down into scenes. And for each scene, you're going to get a scene introduction. And what it's doing is it's giving both in Spanish and in English, giving you the gist of what's going to happen. Because a lot of times if you have a sense of what's going on, it's a little bit easier to pick up on the category and the language. So it's going to take you through a brief synopsis of what's going to happen. It gives you a list of vocabulary words you may encounter. And I really like this piece that it gives you cultural notes, references that you may not understand just from understanding the language. Okay, and the next step is to view the scene. So what will happen is the film will start to play. You'll see the subtitles. Oh, here we go. And I'm going to fast forward just a little bit, see if it'll let me do that. And what you'll do is you'll watch the scene. It'll have both subtitles. You can follow along. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit more. Okay. Now, while you're watching the film, you can change your settings. So if I decide I just want English subtitles, it'll show me just English subtitles. If I want just Spanish, it'll show me just Spanish. Or if I want both, I can click on both. Or if I don't want any, I can just shut them off. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pause that. Once the scene plays, you're going to get to hear where's the follow-up. Now you'll see these little symbols. The globe refers to a cultural note. The check mark refers to grammar. And then they have these little tidbits that they replay for you so you can understand the phrases and the little plays on words that they have. And then after that, you have the option to watch the scene again. That whole scene will play over. And then you get to the scene end. And you have the option to watch it again or move on to the next scene. Now, I understand this could be laborious to go through an entire film watching it in engaged mode. So at any point down here, you can toggle between movie mode, which is when it just plays like a normal movie, or switch back to the engage mode. So as you can see, it's a great way to really not only understand the language in the film, but also understand all the cultural references. And then I'm going to draw your attention up to the top right. I didn't show this to you before, but this is the parental guide, so you know what ages the film is appropriate for. And then this is another interesting thing. It's an exposure tool. So it shows you what you're learning. So you're going to learn 2,100 vocabulary words, 64 cultural references. You're learning 211 grammar notes and 867 phrases. So it gives you a sense of how much you're learning just by going through this movie. And that about sums it up. As I said before, there's lots of languages to choose from. So if you want to choose from a different language, you can do that. And they'll have lots of movie options for you. And let's go back to the home page, which is Learn. And that's the overview. I guess the last thing I'll show you is just your profile. So if you want to change your email address, if you change which libraries you belong to, another feature that can be helpful is family profiles. So if there's more than one of you in your household and you want to add someone, they can create their own profile and have their own learning track. And that is a basic overview of Mango Languages. You have lots of languages to choose from and lots of lessons, and it's just a really exciting program. And I hope you enjoy. Have a great day.